So you've planned your course out, you've mapped the transformation that you're going to provide to your learners, you've laid out all of those competencies that your learners are going to achieve. But when it's time to design that actual lessons of your course, suddenly it's not so clear anymore. You're thinking, what content should I include? What should I leave out? How do I know I'm building something that actually works for my learners? If you've ever felt that second wave of confusion through course creation, you are not alone. It definitely does come back when it's time to create the content. Today, I would like to share with you 5 different questions that you can ask your clients or your learners that will help guide you through course design. So it's easy to get stuck thinking about what you want to teach. But when we look at from the learner's perspective, it's a very powerful course design structure that starts with understanding who your learners are and you're designing for them. Just like you built an ideal client profile when you started your business, now you need to do a learner persona for your course. So let's look at these 5 essential questions that you can ask your clients or your learners when you start to build that learner persona and start to understand them a little bit further. 1. What are you wanting to achieve through this course? Get it clear on their goals, not just the goal that you've imagined for them, but their actual goal. You might find that they're aiming for something slightly different to what you've thought, or they'll phrase it maybe differently, which shapes how you design activities and lessons. Number 2, ask them what they have tried already. What has worked for them, what has not worked for them, and this gives you a great baseline to start from. It helps you to identify what knowledge do they already have or might they need, what habits have they created, or what misconceptions are they bringing to your training session. It helps you to then identify what types of approaches have frustrated them in the past, and then you can do things a little differently. Question 3. What helps you stay on track and stay engaged during a course? Now, we're not talking about what is their preferred format for consuming content. That I'm not even going to get into that right now. But as a designer, you as a designer for a job, you decide what concepts are best in a video or in an article or in an exercise, depending on their complexity. But when you're talking to the student, you need to know from them, do they need a community? Do they need particular deadlines? Do they need particular regular check-ins to help them? What's going to help them stay motivated? Do they need a particular structure to stay motivated, or do they need a little bit more flexibility? This will give you great insights into making sure that you're building that support system around your course in a way that your students need, that will motivate them. Number 4, what motivates you to stick to the course? Now, some learners are motivated by external rewards, such as badges or certificates. Others are driven by internal goals, such as building confidence or mastery. It may be the investment that they're making into the course, such as the cost of the course. Knowing this helps you to be able to design feedback and milestones that keeps the students moving throughout the course. And finally, question number 5. What do you feel most confident about? And what do you feel least confident about when it comes to, and then insert your topic? This question will help you to uncover hidden barriers. Where will they naturally succeed? Where might they get stuck throughout your course? Or where might they lose momentum in your course and you need to come back in to help them push along? We want to be able to build these tools in your course so they naturally come up when the student needs them. So then you can tailor this into your course by scaffolding your course, by challenging your student, and it's embedded in the right way. Once you gather all of this information, you can then go and create your learner persona. And the learner persona is what guides you into selecting the right content, selecting the right activity types, making sure you have the right support structures in place. Now you're not guessing, you're designing with precision with that learner persona behind you to back up every decision you make. So you don't have to design your course in a little vacuum away from your learners. Your clients already have all of those answers. You just need to make sure that you're asking the right questions before you dive into creating content for your learners. The question I have for you today is that if you could ask your learners one thing before you jump into design the course that I haven't listed in this video, what would it be? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Now, there are lots of common mistakes that happen throughout e-learning that I've viewed when I've been working with clients or that I've experienced myself. And so I've collected 10 of the most common errors and I've put them into an ebook. If you would like to have a look at that ebook of the 10 common e-learning mistakes and how to avoid them, I will add a link below so that you can download that for free. Until next time, happy course creating.